from the public. Anyone wishing to address the board, go ahead. No comments from the public? Bid results. Read them.
I will. We received two bids for the contract bid 2012-06 PVC Schedule 40 pipe. We had Champlain Valley Electric for a total of $4,947, and Everett J. Prescott Incorporated for a total of $4,879.
Who do you recommend cheapest one, right?
Yes. Yeah, the one on Champlain Street, Prescott. He was the cheapest.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the bid from Everett J. Prescott for $4,879 for the PVC Schedule 40 pipe.
Seconded.
Any discussions? No discussion, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
The second bid that we had was for contract 2012-07, was for power cable. The first bid item was from Stuart Irby. They had bid item total of $88,704, and that was for the 500 MCM copper primary cable, and a total of $21,340 for the 4-aught AWG aluminum cable. They had a second bid in there, and bid item number 1 was $99,924, and bid item 2 was $21,945. Wesco out of South Burlington, Vermont. Bid item number 1 was $94,743. Bid item number 2 was $26,092. Everything Electric out of Malone, New York. They had a total of $125,863 for bid item number 1, and they had a total of $33,899 for bid item number 2. Gotta Go Electric out of Leroy, New York. Bid item number 1 was a total of $93,390. Bid item number 2 was a total of $20,790. This is a firm price at the time of the order.
We went with Gotta Go Electric. They're a firm price. And if we wait 14, 15 weeks or wait till later, their stuff is delivered, I should say, the price might be up a lot more. So we're going this route because we know the price is firm, it'll be firm. Right, Ryan?
Yes, and there's no deviations.
There's no deviation.
To the contract.
at all, so.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the bid from Gotta Go Electric. It's $93,390. Item 2, the bid is $20,790.
Second.
Any discussions? No discussions, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Minutes from the previous meeting. Regular meeting September 17, 2012, and special meeting September 21st, 2012. Need a motion to accept the meeting minutes.
Motion to accept meeting minutes from September 17th and September 21st, 2012. Billy second.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Billy seconded it in here. Any discussions? No discussion, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Bills. Let's see. Y'all got a copy of the bills? Motion to pay the bills.
Oh, I have 2 additions.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's, the first one is to Lowe's, and that's $208.05, and the other one is to Pitney Bowes Purchase Power, and that's for $600.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills as amended tonight.
Seconded.
Any discussions?
Yes, the Earth Science Engineering bill, is that for the reimbursement for the water plant?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I believe it is, yes. Okay, any discussion? Any discussion? Vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
You abstain? Okay. Correspondence. I received a letter certified mail from Cavalis Enterprises Incorporated, doing business as Angelo's Pizza and Grill, as per alcoholic beverage control law, Section 64 and 109, it is our requirement to inform you of our intent to apply for our liquor license. The bond number is listed, and the liquor bond expires 2013. And that's notification to the clerk that they're applying. The next item I have is a letter received from a John Zeman, property manager at Belmont Management Company Incorporated. My name is John Zeman. I am the property manager of EA and BJ Senior Housing. I am writing in regards to the generator that is in the town's possession and was donated to the project. Currently, we are unable to get the funding to install the generator due to installation specifications. The project does appreciate the fact that the village and the board were gracious enough to donate the generator. Unfortunately, it is not viable for the facility. Once again, thank you very much for your generosity in the use of your facilities. Thank you again.
Therefore, the generator will be going down here to be set up, hooked up, and these guys will fall out or whatever. Okay, reports of the mayor and the trustees. Mayor, for myself, I got a request an executive session to discuss the contract negotiations.
I'll second that.
Roll call vote.
Aye.
Brad?
No.
No?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Alrighty. That's it for me.
Okay,
Brian, go ahead.
thank you, Mayor. A couple items on my agenda tonight. First of all, the resolution for the NIPA semi-annual meeting. I'll make a motion to make the mayor the delegate for the village of Rouses Point for the semi-annual meeting.
Second.
Any other discussions?
Yeah, the other discussion is,
That's a roll call vote. Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, the other discussion is, who's gonna go to the meeting? I made a motion for 2 people to go. No,
When was the meeting?
it's gonna be Halloween night. That's the problem. So you're gonna stay for the Halloween? Okay. Probably you and I will go then unless somebody else wants to go.
Sounds good.
Many empty class.
Yeah. You wanna
Middle
go?
of the week.
You know,
It's
you
on
know, you gotta go for 2 days, still you gotta take 2 days off, so it really doesn't. Okay,
All right, so we'll do what's it?
okay. So, okay. We gotta vote on that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you made a motion?
Yeah.
You can second.
Second.
Brad seconded.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll call.
Aye.
Aye.
Alright.
Bill?
Aye.
Mayor votes aye.
Okay, and just a couple other things. I'll make a motion to accept the contract, or the agreed price of $3,000 for the Jaws of Life. The Duane Volunteer Fire Department has offered us $3,000, so I'll put that in form of a motion to accept that for the Jaws of Life that we surplused out.
Second that.
Any discussion? No discussion? Roll call vote?
No, I think it's a regular
No,
vote.
regular vote.
Okay. Vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye. Okay, and the last thing I have, dear Mayor and trustees, the Rouses Point Fire Department requests that the funds obtained from the sale of the fire department's surplus Jaws be placed in the account number 34102.01.240. We are requesting this fund allocation in the amount of $3,000 to cover the costs associated with the county-wide radio upgrade. Thank you for your attention. Respectfully, Junior Moore, Fire Chief. I'll put that in form of a motion that they allow the fire department to take the $3,000 and put it in account to cover the costs associated with the radio upgrade.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussions? No discussion, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye. And the last item I have to report on, last Thursday and Friday, I went out to Syracuse for the IEEP, that's Independent Energy Efficiency Program. And I told Mike Lyons that there's a number of businesses here in Rouses Point that are looking for some funding for insulation. So we're trying to help out. The old nursing home wants to put insulation in there and get it running as a bed and breakfast. And I've been approached by some other people, so we're gonna try to work the energy efficiency numbers so that we can get this money to these people so they can insulate their buildings and get their buildings open so we can expand the tax base in the village. So it was a good meeting, and I thank the village for letting me go to it. That's all I have to report tonight.
Okay, trustee Martin.
I just want to give a little bit of report on the England Amusement, which we had here last weekend. It was a good turnout. They made enough of a profit to cover their expenses that they want to come back again. Exactly when, considering that some of their biggest events is when we have the 4th of July. We may not be able to get them back then, but trying to work with them a little bit on trying to have them send something our way for it. That's pretty much it for that. Also, just a little bit of informative thing on the water plant. We had two people, Jerry and Mike, trying to get them looked into for certification. Did some checking, and with the help of Brian Gelino, they can do some home study courses for the 2A water license operator. The course is $275 per person. It consists of 23 open book assessments, does require a laboratory class and a final exam. Considering the classes that they have to go to, we probably have to put them up in a hotel somewhere. And the one that's open now is $825. I would like to look into this further because that's quite a bit of cost savings. So I'll probably bring that up at some point in time within the next month or so, to have this approved to get them into the home study course, unless you guys want to do it now and just get it done. They still have to be here a year before they have to do the cert, before they actually get their certificate. But at least it would be done, and when your year is up, they have everything all in place, and then they're able to just slide it in.
We budgeted for that too, so. And that was one of the conditions that we hired them, that within a year, they have to get their license.
Yeah, they have to be certified.
Considering this way does save us about $1,100. That's just in the fees for the class alone. So I'd like to put in a form of a motion then to go ahead with the application.
Yep,
If you guys want to do that now.
I'll second it.
Okay. Any other discussions? Everybody uses on the right then.
Aye.
Thank you very much, that's all I got.
Billy?
The only thing I have is, I'd like to thank, on behalf of the board and the residents of Rouses Point, I'd like to thank Brian Pelkey and his crew. The grinding operations that went on Pearl Street and White back on September 18th. Brian, through initiative and thinking on his feet, saved us $7,000. Originally, the cost was $10,000 to do those two streets at $500 an hour. Brian and his crew went over there in the driving rain, I might add, and really did a bang-up job, did it in 6 hours, $3,000. He set up a deal where the state paid for the trucking, all the permits, the fees, everything was all paid for. So we really did, they came through for us. Heath Carnett, Tim Graves, Kim Bennett, Adam Menard, Eric Miller, Brian Pelkey. Thank you all. You, in the driving rain, I couldn't believe it. The mayor and I went over there a couple of times, and those guys were just right at it. Did a fantastic job. Thank you, Stan.
Thank you.
That's it, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Will you check that out and put a letter to the files for it?
We will. Good idea.
Check it out and put the letter in their files.
Yeah, oh, excellent. That is a good idea. Okay, trustee Reed.
Okay, the first thing that I have on my agenda is a memorandum of understanding between Lakes to Locks Passage for the kiosks that we're putting here in town. And it's whereas the Lakes to Locks Passage Incorporated, a 501c3 nonprofit management organization for the New York State Scenic Byway, known as Lakes to Locks Passage, has received a grant from New York State Department of Transportation to develop a 2-panel waypoint community kiosk along the byway. And whereas the Village of Rouses Point is a Lakes to Locks Passage waypoint community and desires to sponsor a byway kiosk, and therefore LTLP and the Village of Rouses Point agree as follows. LTLP agrees to develop, design, and fabricate a 2-panel community kiosk. The village agrees to pay the 20% match required for the grant, $600 by May 31st, 2013, and provide the assistance in development of content and install the kiosk. We have an optional bulletin board unit that's available for additional $1,000 if desired. The Village of Rouses, the Village of Rouses Point agrees to pay for the bulletin board unit by May 31st, 2013. Modifications to this agreement must be in writing and signed by both parties, and disagreements which cannot be resolved at the staff level shall be referred to a joint meeting of the executive boards of LTLP and the Village of Rouses Point for final resolution. I don't suggest that we agree to this currently because the statement in number 3, I would like that amended. That is for fundraising effort to get that additional 1,000 to get the third panel. I don't want the Village of Rouses Point agreement to pay for that portion. So I'll have this sent back and have them change the statement 3.
Okay, very good.
Excuse me, are you still gonna authorize the mayor to sign it when they return it, or are you gonna wait until?
I was just,
We'll wait for their return and then I'll authorize
we'll
them.
table that. She wants them.
On October 4th at 7 p.m. here at Halsted Hall, we'll have an informational meeting for the micro enterprise grant system. And that's just to get more information for the businesses or any volunteers that might want to work on the review committee to come in and get more information on what the criteria is for the micro enterprise grant program, what types of businesses we'd like to see in the area and such. So again, that's here October 4th at 7 p.m. My next item is library use and upcoming events. For the month of August, we had 1,115 people use the library, which is excellent to show that much use in that small little building on the street. Donna has been working on quite a bit of stuff. She was awarded the Target grant. I believe she got her money for the construction grant for the paving out back for the parking lot. She's done a lot of work with the community, reaching out to senior housing to bring books. She's worked on her calendars. She's ordered for the adult children's books, plus many other duties that she's been doing. And we have upcoming stuff that she's working on. Digital literacy workshop that she had gone to, which will be offering computer classes beginning in January in our library for people that would like to learn. She attended family literacy. And she did a wrap-up meeting for the Take a Bite Out of Books and is currently looking for volunteers for next year's. And she's got many events going, so go online and check out the October events calendar. And the last thing I have for discussion is the annual Parade of Toys. That's coming up in the near future. The money's already in the budget for the Parade of Toys. It's something that happens annually when we light up all the lights in town. We'd like to just make sure everybody's on board that this will happen again this year. And Donna, if it's still going ahead, Donna will start ordering her books and stuff that she gets for that. She starts now up until that actually happens. And that money that she uses is actually funded by the Friends of the Library, so.
That's good. Very good.
And that is all I have. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, other reports. Maggie?
No problem.
Ryan? Carol, you got anything?
No?
Ryan?
Yes, I just want to talk about the water main break that we had on Maple Street.
Yep.
I mean, it happens, it doesn't necessarily have to be winter time. They do happen in the summer. Any movement of the earth, the pipe is so rigid because it's called ductile iron, it does crack. And it was a major 10-inch water line, that's why it affected the whole village. We installed the new water pump in the water plant, and I'd like to send John Mott a special thanks for using he came over with his crane, and he donated his time to pull the pump and to install it. He just wanted to give something back to the community, and I think it was very nice of him. He knows we're trying to save money, and
I will send one or thanks, Carol.
Thank you.
Brian and Danny are working the water plant. They're they're doing some preventive maintenance on the filters, and we're looking at his filters, and he had one that was leaking. I think that's why we wanted to table tonight about that resolution about the money going back, because there might be a couple of small budget items that we might need some money for.
Right.
I just didn't want to throw everything back until we all sat in a room, Arsene, the mayor, myself, Brad, and Brian Jeleno, and we can all talk about what the future's gonna be in that water plant, because there is another project I'd like to start once the lake freezes over, is to completely pull that other large pump and see why it vibrates. So we might need some money to, new bearings, I don't know. But that's just a project I'd like to talk to Brian Gellman about, possibly doing like this winter.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be done, you know, right now, but it just, a little preventive maintenance goes a long ways.
Agreed.
The grinding of the roads, it's rough, but we're smoothing them out the best we can. There are some bare spots that we're fixing, we're tarring them back in to smooth them out and make it passable for the winter. If people remember, those two roads were pretty rough in the first place, so we are gonna smooth it out and make it passable for the people to get in and out of their driveways. And we only have 2 more pours to do and the curbing's done for this year. The guys would be happy about that. They're pretty sick of curbing. And the only other project that we would like to start before winter is I've been working with Donna at the library. We're gonna start excavating out the driveway for the new parking lot because we need to show expenditures on materials on that job to spend down our money for the grant. So hopefully we get caught up here with all our blacktopping and our repairs. We're gonna be fixing that awful hole on Maple Street there tomorrow, so. We're gonna fix only half of it. The reason why is because it kinda did a lot of damage on the manhole on the side of the road. We're gonna take the manhole out and repair it and put it back. So if you only see half of it blacktop, you just say, oh, is that all they're gonna do? No. Because we wanna open up the 2 lanes and make it passable.
Yeah. Very good.
Other than that, that's all I have.
Open the meeting to the public.
Mayor,
Go ahead.
I'm a little confused here. We have the power authority thing. Don't you feel that the village superintendent here should go to the power, or understand he's the only one that understands the power in the village? Don't you think that Brian should go to this thing?
If he wants to, he's more than welcome. He knows that.
Well, basically though, it's the voting on the officers and stuff like that. I mean, it's,
Well, the semi-annual meeting, is there something like that? That's where you get all your information when you go to these meetings. I feel that Brian should be included in this stuff.
well, we just figured.
We're discussing rates, and you're voting on the delegates, of course, I know that. But you're still discussing rates and what's going on in the state.
More than welcome to go. I'll stay at home. Don't bother me.
We figured that Brian had so much stuff on his plate that we're trying to take the heat off him a little bit.
The only thing is, he's the guy that runs the power here in the village. The only other thing I have is, I keep hearing that you have a big overrun on the asbestos abatement at the train station. Is that true?
I guess they're cleaned up, I don't see the trucks around anymore.
Well, I don't, but is that gonna cost us extra?
Not just we got enough in the grant to do it.
There's enough for grant.
We had enough of an easy way to get there.
We had a slush fund.
We had a slush fund, so.
Yeah, we had a little buffer zone.
Yeah.
Not anymore though?
Spent it on asbestos abatement.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to do it or they stopped the project.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't wanna go to the taxpayers. Like, this thing is, this is something we don't really need that bad. I mean, we have things in the village that need fixing. That's the only thing.
That's all in the grant. It's all taken care of through that. Nothing's coming out of the taxpayer's pocket. That's all through the grant. Yeah, the guy left $200,000 on the table when he took the bid. So that's what we've been using to get rid of these burdens here.
Is it legal for us to use that money if it wasn't in the bid?
It's our money. It's our money now.
It's being used for the D&H project. We
Right.
couldn't take it and
We
put it
couldn't take it and
elsewhere.
use it around the town, no. Like Becky says, it's for the DH project only.
Okay. Because I keep hearing it went $40,000 over, and
It did, it went over
Yeah.
for the asbestos, but we had money still left in the grant to cover that overage.
In fact, we still got some more still left there, a little bit, so.
okay, thank you.
And I think they're all done, because I don't see their trucks there anymore, so. It's just another way to get 30,000 out of us. And I'm not supposed to say it, but the hell with it.
It's true.
Alrighty.
I just have one other thing. Are you done, John? Sorry. Excuse me. You know, I normally don't like to comment about rumors, but there is so many rumors going in the village. And, you know, one, we're not gonna close the library. That rumor's going around. And two, I don't know where this rumor came from, but they said we're closing the rec center. It's not true. They're rumors. And if you have something you wanna question the board about, come and see us. You know, I don't know who's spreading the rumors, but boy, I'm getting them. I'm even
Oh,
in
yeah.
Syracuse, and people are telling me stuff, and I'm going, wow, that's not true.
That's why I have my every third Saturday, I have it, nobody shows. They all can flop their jaws on the street, but they can't come here and tell me to my face.
And me and Billy were here last time and nobody showed up.
So,
It's not true, so I just wanted to say that.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
okay, you're welcome. Okay, we'll take a 5-minute recess and go into executive session.
Motion to go to recess?
Second?
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye.